Welcome back, everyone. It's the Bourbon Judge. Today we're diving into, for me, something that has been like on my lists. I've heard nothing but great things about it. So I am truly thankful to dive into Wild Turkey aged 12 years. Yes, Wild Turkey 12 years. But before we do so, I want to give a special shout out to my newest patron, my good friend Lance Powell. So Lance P, thank you, my man, for supporting the Bourbon Judge. For helping, honestly, for all this to come to fruition, all my patrons, and I appreciate all the support as well, for not only from Lentz, but again for all my patrons. Thank you for all the love and support. All the, we have, honestly, it's a big family, the Judge family. So we always have a lot of fun. So much love and respect to all my patrons, as well as everyone else who watches the channel as well. So, Wild Turkey, aged 12 years. This came out late last year, but unfortunately, it is not available in the U.S. It is a international only release, and I think primarily Japan, I believe, right? Yeah, I think it's Japan only. I'm just looking at all the different wording. Yeah, okay. I think it's Japan release. So it's an export release only. One of my patrons sent me a sample of it, and I had it. But I had it after having like numerous other sips. So I remember it was good, but I had already started out having some other whiskey, and that was like, pour number 4, 5, maybe 6. So, I wasn't able to really review it on the channel, and I wasn't able to really kind of assess it, if you will, from the Bourbon Judge way. So, fast forward, one of my patrons, my buddy Roger C. Roger was like, Judge, have you officially tried the Wild Turkey 12 years? And technically, I really haven't officially tried it. He was like, I want you to get it on the channel. He's like, I'm gonna send you a bottle. I'm like, hey, are you sure? Like that? This is a highly allocated release. I mean, it's only international, number one. Or if you get it in the US, you have to get it online. Secondary prices are like $250, sometimes even $300. He's like, no. He's like, I have, a couple bottles. I'm going to share one with you. So Roger, thank you, sir. I really do appreciate you sharing a full bottle with me. Very nice of you, sir. Thank you so much. So let's go ahead and dive into this. So this is Wild Turkey, 101 proof, aged 12 years. And I know what everyone's thinking. You're thinking, because you see here the box. Open this up. You have a beautiful box. Open this up. It's nice and fancy. Like me, I'm thinking, why did Wild Turkey only produce this internationally? Honestly, I have no clue. I mean, if you think about it, every company wants to slightly kind of, differentiate what they sell in the U.S. versus internationally. Wild Turkey is no different, if you think about it, or the Russell's family are no different. They took their hand at other releases internationally, but they never really gained a lot of traction with those other releases until late last year when this bad boy came out. It came out and everyone in the bourbon world went like crazy to find it, asking friends internationally to find it for them, or people traveling, internationally. And obviously fast forward, so now you can still only get it international unless you can get it in the U.S., but you have to find it online from a store that's actually selling it online. So that's the only kind of caveat, but it's a little bit more expensive. So let me go ahead and pull this out. So a beautiful bottle, nice little case that it comes in. Price point again, because you're finding this primarily at secondary prices, you're probably going to find it online anywhere from $200 to $300 if you if you look for it. That's the only challenge with it. Again, it is 101 proof. Let's go ahead and dive into this. I did have a very small pour of this before, just to, let's call it prepare. Just to prepare. All right. So you look at the bottle. Again, this is aged 12 years, so you might be wondering, like me, how much better is it than the standard Wild Turkey 101? So I do have that one here also. This is the standard Wild Turkey 101, which I don't think they actually give a full age statement, but it's probably like 6-7 years, I believe, on average. Let's call it 6-ish, if you will. Let me pour this bad boy. All right. Ugh. All right. So this is the standard Wild Turkey 101. And we're going to go into we're going to compare and contrast. Let's see the difference. All right. So the standard Wild Turkey 101, for a $25, $30 bottle, just kind of depending on where you live at, taxes, all that good jazz, it's obviously a fantastic bottle. What everyone loves in Wild Turkey, great value, great whiskey, and you always get like those traditional Wild Turkey notes. This is really, really nice. A little bit of your traditional, like a little bit of peanuts, a A little bit of like some apples, honey, a little bit of caramel. Very nice at 101 proof. I mean, it's just truly just perfect, especially at the price point. Cheers. Traditional Wild Turkey 101 is honestly a classic. This is truly a classic. Absolutely amazing whiskey. So the question is, 101 proof, but aged 12 years. So probably 6 years, at least 6 years longer than this one. How much better can it be? Is it worth going to a bar to find it? Is it worth asking a friend for a sample? Or is it just even worth just buying it on secondary? Well, we shall see. Let's go ahead and get into this one. All right. The nose by itself. Oh, man. So the nose on this. Oh, my gosh. The nose on this is pretty damn special. And when Roger sent this to me, he was like, Judge, I am telling you, if you would have had this bottle in 2022, it would have been in your top 10. I'm like, Roger, are you sure? He's like, I'm telling you, this would have been in your top 10 list, Judge, if you would have had it in 2022. Hands down, it would have made your top 10. I'm like, Roger, that is a big task. I don't know. I don't know if it was up for it, but let's see. We shall see. So what am I getting in the nose? So number one, the nose on this, completely different than the regular Wild Turkey 101. Completely. Like not even in the same ballpark. Get a little bit more of that nose just so I can kind of compare them from the nose standpoint. Wow. So it's a lot more, which is interesting. This one has a ton more darker fruits in it, such as like blackberries, strawberries, but still your apples, a little bit of pear, a little bit of honey, some caramel, and what you would expect, a really good blend of oak in there, right? I mean, because it's aged 12 years, so it's aged a little bit longer, 6 more years than on average than the regular Wild Turkey 101. So you get a fantastic blend of like that oak, that leather note, oak, some leather, the apples, the vanilla, but the blackberries, which is so damn nice. Oh. Wow. Wow. Which is so damn nice. Wow. I mean, the nose on this is just truly amazing. Way more bold, well-rounded, and just complex, even on the nose standpoint. They're not even like in the same, they're not even in the same category. I mean, they're not even the same, not even the same like league. And this is really good for, I mean, your traditional Wild Turkey 101. Oh my goodness. All right. I've nosed the hell out of this bad boy. So the question is, a couple questions. Number one, how much better is it than the traditional Wild Turkey 101? Number two, is it worth a buy? And then number three questions. Is it worthy of being on my top 10 list? If not for last year, potentially for this year. Ready? All right. Before I dive into this, 3 quick easy favors. Number one, hit the like button. Number two, drop me a comment. Let me know your thoughts on Wild Turkey, aged 12 years, 101 proof. Have you tried it? If so, what are your thoughts? And last but not least, please make sure you also subscribe to the channel. Cool? All right, here we go. Cheers, everybody. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Well, damn. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. All right. I'm coming back. Hold on. Let me get a little bit more of this. Wow. Okay. Couple of things. Number one, everything from the nose matches the palate. At 101 proof, similar to this one as well, of course, it is so elegant. It's hard to even describe. It's extremely elegant. It's such a fantastic blend of oak from the barrel, like the proper aging, the notes of like some leather, the darker fruits, which do not exist in this one, darker fruits such as like the blackberries, some plum notes, some strawberries. You still do get the apples and pears that you get in this one, and you still get a little bit of that nutty note as well, but it is so refined. So there are 3 questions, and I'm going to answer all 3. Number 1, is it better than the standard Wild Turkey 101? That's obviously a no-brainer. Yes, it is. Number 2, is this just a flat-out buy by itself? Is it worth the buy? Is it worth either, if you can't buy it fully, at least trying it at a bar or asking a friend for a sample? Is it just worth the hunt to at least get a sample of this bad boy at a bar or restaurant somewhere? Hell yes. And last but not least, is it worthy of my top 10? If not for last year, potentially for this year. Roger? Hell yes, it is. This is definitely worth being in my top 10. Thus far, we shall see what else comes out for the rest of the year. But this is flat out ridiculously good. So good, in fact, I'm going to have another pour in the name of my good friend Roger, my patron Roger. Thank you again, man, so much for sharing this with me. There's no way I would have, I think, had a bottle of this if you didn't share with me. So thank you so much. Folks, if you can try a sample of this, wow, it is all that and then some. Until the next time, my friends, peace, cheers, and most important, salute. Take care.